Hello and welcome to Not So Awesome Review. And today we're looking at the Friday the 13th Part 2 Jason Voorhees action figure by Neca. And I gotta say, the accessories he comes with are actually really awesome. They look amazing, and that's probably the highlight of this figure for me. Not to say that the actual figure itself is bad or anything. It's good. It's a little bland, but I mean, it is just how he looks. Articulation is we're gonna get all into all of that stuff in a second here, but I do want to talk about the accessories first because, like I said, they are awesome. Now, it does come with a machete which has blood on it. Looks amazing. Just focus in. You can see the silver is really good. The blood splatter on it looks amazing. The handle looks so real, and I mean they even went through the effort of putting the blade through the handle like that, which you kind of see typically on some of these kind of things. I don't want to say weapons because I mean they're weapons, but gardening tools, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, it looks really good. He also includes a pickaxe, as you can see here again with more blood on it. The silver on it looks amazing again. So does the handle. I really love how these came out. So that he comes with a knife. Again, the handle, I don't know what it is, it just looks so real to me. The blade of it looks so real too. It comes with a spear, which is probably like my least favorite of them. I mean, it's long, it looks good, the spearhead looks good, but it's definitely, plain, probably because the handle isn't a handle, but it does have like these little 3 dots going through it. I don't know if you guys can make it out at all. Right there, there's 4 dots going all the way down. So there is some detail on there. He also comes with the pickfork. Had to think of the name, sorry. Which, again, looks amazing. He can hold all of these perfectly fine. His hands aren't, or his thumbs, I should say, aren't glued to his hands. So you can slip these onto his hand no matter what, even despite the little handle thing going on there. On top of that, he comes with Pamela's head, which is what it says on the box. I'm just saying. And the detail on this, really good. The hair good, the decaying kind of body looking really good. The teeth are painted, and the bottom of it, yeah, really nice accessory. And let's just move this to the side. Comes with campfire, which the fire you put on yourself. Let me just focus back in here. And I gotta say, this piece alone, one of my favorite action figure accessories I think I've just in general ever seen. The translucent flame looks good, especially with a light touching it. The wood looks like wood. The rocks look like rocks. And I will say, when you're taking out this the package, don't pull from the little tree things because they are just kind of glued in there. Definitely pull from the rock sides, and yeah, just pop on the flame, which is tied on separately. It looks amazing, and I know they've done other accessories for Friday the 13th. I think they've done part of the dock from the lake and everything. So NECA's definitely going all in with Friday the 13th, and I love it. I think they're doing a great job. I want them to keep it up. Anyways, it does come with one extra head for the figure, which looks good. Pops on a little bit hard, but it's just, I think, the way NECA is with their I keep wanting to say joints. I guess they're joints. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll use that word. But yeah, the detail on the head is really good. You can see the drooping eye, the mouth, everything. It's a good looking head. I mean, as the deformed being thing looks, but yeah, you can see here the kind of melted-ish skin and everything, the hair, all of it looks good. No complaints there. Love it. Moving on to the figure itself, and this guy is pretty darn tall. He stands at just under 8 inches, over 7.5 inches, which makes him taller than the Pennywise I did a video on whenever it went up. I don't know, probably yesterday, maybe a few days before. I don't know when these are going up. I'm just filming them. But yeah, so the figure's articulation is good, is there, it exists, and let's just talk about it. He can not really look up, he can't really look down, he can't really look left or right, but I think that's mostly just this actual piece. I'm pretty sure if I put the other head on, the articulation would actually improve. I'm not going to do it in the video, I apologize. That's mostly just because of how annoying it was just to change it out the one time for just to test out everything. But you can see the detail on it is good. You can see his eye kind of poking through the mask and everything, but we'll talk about that in a second. So on top of that, he does have his arm going all the way out like so. Can go all the way down, rotate all the way around. Does have a single jointed elbow, which is a little unfortunate, but it does rotate in and out. and he does have a rotation at the wrist and a swivel at the wrist. I love how they did his kind of waist articulation. I'm just realizing the light right there isn't even shining the right direction. The waist articulation, because the way the overalls are done, from the straps to the crotch piece, are all one solid piece. And by solid, I mean it is one solid piece, but it's rubber, so it's flexible, which lets him pivot side to side, as you can see here, and it stretches with him, and lean forward and lean back. So I think they did a good job of that, because it hides the joint and just makes it look more streamlined and everything, and I just love it. I will say be careful. I feel like if you overdo it too much, the rubber will probably want to stick to one direction, especially in the heat and everything. But yeah, it's cool. I hope it doesn't rip on anybody, because again, it is rubber and you can kind of pull it down, but still cool nonetheless. Leg articulation is there. He can move up really high and move back really good and move outwards really well. Again, be careful leaving it in one position, because this rubber probably will stick to that kind of position. It'll get used to it and want to stay, if you guys kind of get what I mean. It doesn't have any thigh swivel right there. It does have a single jointed knee, which again kind of sucks. I would have preferred double jointed, but it is what it is. Both knees though are shiny. I don't know what that's about. It's there. Can't really do anything about it, but yeah. Anyways, he does have the rotation at the lower knee, which is cool. And his leg can't really move up, can kind of move back, and there is a slight pivot, but most of it is blocked. I mean, the pivot works good, but most of the ankle movement is blocked because of the way the pants are molded, which brings me on to the molding and how he looks and everything. I have to move him far back so you guys can get a good shot of him. It is good. The paint job on him, the plaid shirt, I think came out perfect. It has all the right wrinkles. It has a little bit of kind of a grimy look. It looks dirty. The same thing with the mask on this head. It looks really good. You can see his eye through the little hole, and the paint on it is just perfect. All the dirt and everything on there, the overalls look really nice. Albeit pretty clean compared to the shirt. He does have a little bit of mud going on the bottom here. The boots look really nice, real realistic. The butt of his pants is dirty and everything. And his hand on his right, I believe it's just his right, yeah, has some blood on it. And getting him to hold his weapons, like I said, is pretty easy. You just kind of, for like the spear and stuff, you can just slip it in like so. You can do the same with this if you have to open his hand up a little bit. There it goes. So getting him to hold his weapons, pretty simple, pretty easy. Great job. He can hold them with both of his hands, so if you want to, have him, crossing, holding this with both hands, you can do it. And you'll see pictures of that near the end of the video. But, yeah, overall, really good. Let's move on to some size comparisons and wrap this video up. So here he is compared to an SH figure Red Super Saiyan God Goku and a Power Rangers Legacy Red Space Ranger. You can see he's definitely way taller than both of them. Like I said, he's just under 8 inches. Again, body proportion wise, I still feel like he could fit in either of these lines. It doesn't look like wrong. Yes, he is much bigger and everything, but I don't know, I think villains, things of that nature, are usually portrayed as bigger and stuff. And again, his body proportions are actually pretty good, where you can say, yeah, I can mix and match these. I don't know why you would. If you wanted to, that's good for you. I'm not judging. But if you want to, there you go. And lastly, here he is next to him, Marvel Legends 2-pack Spider-Man. You can see that he's way taller, obviously. I mean, like I said, he's just under 8 inches. And again, body proportion-wise, it's not too off. Yes, this guy is pretty big and everything, but I mean, if for whatever reason you wanted to put it in there, I mean, he'd be a giant, but it would work. Other than that, I mean, I have nothing else to say here. You can get a reference to see how big he is compared to your figure. So there you go. So overall, it's a really solidly built figure. Like I said, I think the paint on it looks amazing, albeit the overalls are a little bit cleaner than I would expect them to be, at least in the front. The proportions of his body and everything is really well done. All the detail on the plaid and everything looks really good. His boots, I think, look amazing. All the accessories are awesome. His articulation is really good, albeit just lacking the double jointed elbows and knees. It doesn't kill the figure. Most of the time, I feel like it does really hurt a figure, but for this one, I feel like it's alright. It's okay that he doesn't have it. I mean, would it be better if he did? Would it be more awesome? You'd be able to do more just, dynamic poses? Yes, but for someone like this, it works. It actually does work, and I would definitely recommend this figure if you guys are, a fan of the character, a fan of the movie franchise or anything. Definitely pick it up and check out the other accessories that NECA's put out, because they look pretty awesome. And after handling these ones, I'm sure that they look really good in person too. Anyways, this video was brought to you guys by the AV Pop Shop. Check out their Instagram linked in the description down below. And subscribe for more. Hit the like button, comment down below if you guys want. And I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.